Alright, so, hi. This is, I never really planned on doing like a face cam kind of video, but, face cam. I never really imagined actually recording myself, talking about stuff. I'm sorry, it's a little weird, but the camera's like right there, but I'm recording this on my phone, so I'm looking at my face. Sorry if it's like weird of me looking like kind of off direction. Anyway, this is a different kind of topic, and I really wanted to record myself doing it. I don't know, it was kind of better, and also, I was kind of inspired, by another YouTuber to do it like this. So we're gonna be doing, like a games I bought recently episode, kind of video, not really episode. Maybe there'll be another more episodes, probably. But there's a lot of games that I've been getting recently, and I want to share them, be like, hey, here's this game. These aren't really recommendations, just like, hey, here's a game that exists and interests me. So I don't really want it to be like, oh, I'm gonna buy this game because you bought it, but I don't really recommend a lot of these games. They're just interesting, weird, quirky games. Some of them, like, it's not all the games, it's just like literally anything that I bought recently. Also, this is going to be a really long video, so keep that in mind. We're going to be here for a while, but I really don't care. I'm making this video because I really want to talk about these games. I've been just holding back, but I want to get out there. So this video is kind of indulgent in a way. We're just going to get through some Nintendo stuff first. Like, I have a 3DS game and like some Switch games, and then we can go into like older games like GameCube, PS2, and Xbox, original Xbox. So no GameCube, but PS2 and original Xbox. Yeah, okay. So let's get started. First game, I have like a little stack here, so just me looking down and getting them. First game is Pokemon Sun. I had no idea what this game was. I literally thought it was a sequel. I thought it was gonna be a sequel. I didn't know. I didn't know what this game was. It's literally just like a revamped, updated version of regular Pokemon Sun. There's like more Pokemon, and there's different story elements added to this. And there's like more Ultra Beast that you can catch. That's literally it. I played it, and I haven't finished it yet, but I would hope to dive back into it eventually. I loved Sun. Sun was my favorite Pokemon game. It was actually my first Pokemon game. It was my very first Pokemon game that I really got into, and I really wanted to get Ultra Sun eventually, so here we go, I finally have it. I'm gonna finish it one day, but yeah, I didn't know what it was. I seriously thought it was a sequel. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, more Pokemon Sun, because I played this next game and it didn't satisfy an itch, and it made me think of Pokemon Sun. So that next game is Pokemon Shield. Yeah, I got Pokemon Shield. I think I picked Shield because I like the legendaries better. Like, that's really, like, whenever I see like Pokemon games and there's two versions, I'm like, which Pokemon do I like better? Which of the legendaries do I like better? And for me, it was Zamazenta. Zamazenta, that's how you pronounce the name, I think. But whatever. It kind of sucks because there's some exclusive sword Pokemon that I would have liked, like the Farfetch'd evolution, but whatever. That's what trading is for. Anyway, I didn't really, I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, so I really wasn't part of the debate that was surrounding this game, like part of the huge, anger and debacle going around this game. I really wasn't part of that, so I kind of just go like, oh, I'm excited for a new Pokemon game, yay! And then I just got it, and then it was fine. It was really, I had a really good time with this. I really liked it, so, and it sold really well, apparently, so, even after all of the anger and arguments online, it still sold like hotcakes, so, Pokemon Shield. This one is Spyro Reignited Trilogy on the Switch. I didn't get it on PS4 because I literally just got my own PS4, and I kind of wanted it on Switch because I wanted to see how it was. I've played it on PS4 before, and it looked amazing, but there were some corners that had to be cut in the Switch port, but it's not really bad or anything. But now that I know what the PS4 version looks like, so I can see like the graphical corners that they've cut. It doesn't really hurt the gameplay at all. So if you're just like a huge graphics snob, just get it on PS4. But if you really don't care and you like the idea of Spyro on a Nintendo console, and also you like the idea of taking it on the go, which is more important probably, this is not a bad port. From what I played, I haven't played much of it, admittedly, but from what I played, it's a really, like, I really don't need to tell you about Spyro Reignite Trilogy. After when it came out, everybody did just that. So Spyro, I'm glad to finally get my own copy of it and everything. And the next game is Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. This game is really good. I've only ever played one other Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games game. I've only played one other one, and it was Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games on the DS, and apparently that one is actually like one of the better ones I've heard. That one's actually like the best one, I think. But this one's really good. I haven't played any other ones. I only played one other one, but this one's really good so far. I haven't played much of it, but just mini games, and the story mode is really creative. I really liked it. I really like it so far. But yeah, this game is good for like fan service in a way, I guess. Yeah, this game's pretty solid. I like it. Now this next game I love. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm really close to, and it's been a while since I've bought like a new game that like just came out that I love and just will play it until the end. I'm like 100% completing it actually, but that's new Super Lucky's Tale. Now this game has been re-released to Kingdom Come. Not really, I'm just exaggerating, but it started life as a VR game like in 2016, and then like in E3 2017 they were like, hey, we're gonna release this game on the Xbox One exclusively. And I was like, oh man, that looks like a game that I would want to try out, and I wanted to play it, but I don't like Xbox, so I don't like Xbox. The only Xbox I like is the original Xbox. So I was kind of bummed out about that, but I was like, maybe one day I'll play it. It was also on PC too, so I was like, oh, maybe one day. But then they announced this, and I was like, yes, this is apparently the definitive way to play the game. There's a lot of like I don't know much of the differences. I think it's just like it's polished and there's little things added. But this is an amazing game. It's so good. I love this game. It's so much fun to play. The music is really good. It's easy, but like the fun kind of easy, where you're like, it's a pick up and play, and it's refreshing to be like, oh, it's like nothing is like too cryptic. It's just like, I'm just gonna play it, and it feels good to play it. It's really fun. It's a really good game. If you have like if you're like into something that's just, you can just pick up and play it, get this game. And if you also have like a little kid in your house, or like a little brother, nephew, your own kid, whatever, this game is great for them. It's great. It's so good. Oh, I love it. I love it. And now we're gonna get into some like PS2 and Xbox games. So let's go. Let me see here. This first one on this stack is it's Ty and the Tasmanian Tiger. Now this one, Ty, I've seen around for a long time. I remember seeing him and be like, oh, that looks like an interesting game to play. I'm gonna try that one day. And I just one night, whenever you go on eBay, it's really easy to just, whenever you're feeling in the mood to get something, eBay is your friend. eBay is just right there for you. I picked up a copy of Ty, and it's a pretty solid game. A lot of people grew up with this game and love it just for that. And there's also like 3 sequels, and one of them like came out like pretty recently. That's like a side scroller. Like these are 3D platformer games, but like the 4th one is a 2D side scroller. So I don't know if I'm gonna play that one, but maybe. But I haven't finished this game yet, but maybe one day I'll finish it. It's pretty, it's solid. There's some things that kind of irked me about it, like some of the ways, like it's a collectathon, but some of the ways you get some of the items are like kind of frustrating, but you know, what are you gonna do? Not everything's perfect. So yeah, Ty. I finally got a Ty game. This next one, has always eluded me for years. It's Ratchet & Clank Size Matters, and I'm sure people who know me know how much I love Ratchet & Clank. Ratchet & Clank is definitely one of my favorite video game series, like, period. I've played a good majority of the games. I love them. I'm just a Ratchet & Clank fanatic, and I figured I may as well get Size Matters eventually, but my mom played this. My mom was very influential in my video game opinions, and she played this and she really wasn't a big fan of it. I remember her sitting down and playing it like for the first 2 planets you go to, and she was like, it's not that great. And it's because it was made by a different developer. It's High Impact Games. They made Secret Agent Clank, they made Daxter, the PSP exclusive, I think that's PSP only, and they made the 4th and you know, forgotten, or just like they made the fourth Jak and Daxter game, The Lost Frontier, and people don't really want to talk about that. People really don't care about the game, so but I heard Daxter is really good, so I don't know. But this game, I played it and it had everything that a Ratchet & Clank game usually has. Like, it has, you know, crates, armor, cool weapons, robots to kill, you know, that kind of thing. You go to different planets, you meet crazy characters, you do all kinds of weird stuff. But it felt off, and it was a little weird. It was like an off-brand Ratchet & Clank. It was still Ratchet & Clank, but it was just like, you could tell a vibe was different. But maybe I'll fully play this one day and have like a full opinion on it. But so far, it's okay, you know, like what I played is not bad. So maybe one day I'll have like a full opinion on it. But yeah, this is like one of the oddballs in the Ratchet & Clank franchise. I finally have my own copy of it. So this is a want list for a while, so I finally got my own copy. Okay, so these next 2 games, I'm just gonna say, you know, briefly, I got the first 2 Jak games. I've played the first one, like, recently, and I love it. Like, this is definitely one of the definitive PlayStation 2, PlayStation period, 3D platformer period games that you'll ever play. This game is amazing. It's so good. It's so smooth in the controls. It's so fun to collect things. It's amazing. I love this game. It's so good. My mom played this a lot. Played these games a lot. And she played this one, and it's nostalgic to me in that. But I was more into Ratchet & Clank and Sly Cooper, but this never really interested me. But one day I was like, I should just try it, and I'm glad I did, because this game is so good. It's so good. Like, if you've never played this game, play it. Like, do yourself a favor, play it. Get like the PS3 collection. I actually do have the PS3 collection, but I have the 3 Sly Cooper games on PS2, even though I have the collection, so it doesn't really matter to me. I like having like the original forms of the games. And then there's Jak 2. I literally just got this because it came with this. This was like $15 when normally it probably would have been $20 if I bought them separately. And they were both complete in box. So I've never touched this before, but I've heard stories about this one. So I don't know. I just know that it has like a really jarring difference in rating. Like, this one's E. This one's E for everyone, this one's T for teen. So I don't know. I heard that it's hard, and it's kind of hilarious how dark and edgy it turns into. but I heard it's still, like, some people still like it, some people still were like, it's okay, yeah, it's good, you know, it's still a Jak game, but, yeah, so Jak 2, I should probably go down that rabbit hole soon enough, eventually. This one kind of gave me a little bit of trouble when trying to buy it on eBay. Just be careful on eBay, you know, just make sure you look over everything and make sure there's pictures included. That's really it. Just you just gotta not like hop to conclusions like I did. So this is Vexx. I've never heard this game. I went to Twitter and I was like, hey, is there any like cool platformer games that you guys are into? Like any old ones like on PS2, GameCube, Xbox, you know, whatever. And someone recommended Vexx, and I was like, what is Vexx? What the hell is that? I went to eBay and I bought it immediately. I didn't care. The guy in the description and for the listing that I bought said that it was complete. That's all it said. There was no pictures of the manual, which should have been a red flag immediately. But of course I was like, nah, I'm gonna buy it. Because it was like $10. It didn't come with the manual. and I'm like, it's crazy. It's like whenever I buy like a new PS2 game, I'm like, I need the manual. So how's the game? It's pretty alright. I mean, it's interesting. Like, honestly, the protagonist honestly kind of interested in me because it's like, you look at him and you're like, what? Like, who is he? You know? But he's like a little animal guy. He's like a little animal dude. He has like a snout and whatever. But, I don't know. He looked weird. But yeah, this game is, you know, it's perfect for 2003. It's really edgy. You start off the game and this guy's whole, like, village gets killed. And, like, they get turned into slaves, and then I think, like, he, like, rebels and fights, and then it turns into, like, them all being dead. And then he gets, like, then he finds these talons, these, like, gloves, with, like, sharp claws, and he gets, like, permanently fused to them, and it's, like, a weird, like, you are the chosen one kind of thing. But yeah, Vexx. I'm gonna play this game in full eventually, but it's really interesting. And yes, I actually did eventually get the manual for it. So I bought this game twice, and I traded the other one in to a local game shop, and I used it to buy this next game. Okay, so this is the first Xbox game that we got tonight. This is Mad Dash Racing. This is like a on-foot racer. For the Xbox. It's only on the Xbox. And it's pretty okay. You know, I haven't really played much of it. The only reason I really wanted to play it was because of the weird characters they got in the front of the box. Like, that's just kind of video games I like. But this game was in a video by Rebel Taxi. And it's like, it has like has music by Moby, Fatboy Slim, and the Crystal Method. So that's just like a time capsule. This game came out in 2001. So if you want to be immediately taken back to like the early 2000s, play this game. It's pretty wacky, it's zany, you know, it's my kind of game. I like games with like weird cartoon characters and, you know, weird plots. And I got this game for very cheap. It was like $1. I paid $1 for this. And like my mom and pop game shop was selling this for like $5 complete, and I traded in that extra copy of Vexx that I had, and I got this game. And I only paid like $1 for it, so I was happy. And I probably would have paid like $10 if I got it on eBay. But you know, whatever. You find your savings wherever you can, I guess. And this next game actually has a connection to Mad Dash Racing. This next game is called Whiplash. This game I bought recently. This is one of the most recent games that I have tonight. Or like most recently bought. This one I just got in the mail. And this game is, like, I played it, and it's really good. I was kind of surprised, like, how good it was. So, you know, I tried Vexx, I tried Mad Dash Racing, and they're like, it's okay. I mean, I'm so glad I bought them, but I was like, it's okay, you know? But this one really drew me in. This one's really good. You are a weasel and a rabbit chained together, and you guys are escaping from like a experiment laboratory, like a really like capitalist, I guess that's the word to use, company, and they were using you for their experiments, but you're escaping and you're fighting against them, and you're breaking everything. It's really funny whenever you break something. There's a little counter on the bottom screen that has the company's value, and it goes down every single time you break something, which is awesome. But yeah, I was playing it. I'm like, this is like really, really good. So if you want something different to play, try this game out. Really, it's pretty solid. And the voice acting and characters are really funny. You go around and there's like products being shown off, and there's like full-on like voiced advertisements. I was totally shocked. So yeah, this game is really good. Try it out. Try it out. Trust me. Oh my god. Okay, so this next game totally caught me off guard. I saw the cover of it, and I was just like, I need this in my collection. And then I saw that Nitro Rad did a video on it. Oh my gosh, this is Rough Trigger and the Vanacore Conspiracy. Oh my god. So this game, I love the cover of it. First of all, this like DeviantArt-esque cover. You're just a dog dude who's like an assassin, and there's like a job that he's called in on to save like these little experimental dog dudes. So here's the thing, this game is clearly inspired by Ratchet and Clank. As a matter of fact, the whole plot of this is literally just Ratchet and Clank 2. So I popped it in, and I was like, okay, this is not horrible. You know, I was kind of expecting it to be like really, really bad, but I popped it in and it was not horrible. But then I got into the tutorial. And the thing about platformers around this time, this came out in 2006, by the way. It tried to teach me how to do like some combo attacks. Like, oh, whenever you do a button press combo, you think you would press, you know, like the buttons in order, but I could not for the life of me get it right. The tutorial wanted me to press X, square, square, and then X. And I was pressing square, square, X, square, square, X. You know, that's how you do a combo. But no, the way you have to do it in Rough Trigger is that you have to like match the buttons like at the same time as fast as you can. And it took forever for me to actually get it right. And I was like, oh my god. Like, I was seriously thinking that I was gonna love this game, like, just unironically, because I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited for it to have this, like, it's, and, like, the way that this condition is, like, it looks like nobody, like, whoever bought this before me just did not care. They didn't care. It has the manual and everything. The manual is, like, pristine. It's like, whoever bought this just didn't care. And once I finally got past that infuriating tutorial part, so if you ever buy this game, just be wary. Like, if you ever want to buy this game, just, you know, be wary, you know, like, the tutorial is shit. But once I got past that, it's boring. That's, like, the most I could say about it from what I played. It's really boring. So that kind of sucks. But, me personally, I'm still happy that I have this. It's like a conversation starter. It's like, look at this weird game. Look at this weird game that you probably never even heard of. Also, I heard that's kind of uncommon, so, you know, it's still kind of nice to have a copy of this, because there really wasn't that much listings of it on eBay. It's not expensive. I paid like $11 for this, so, yeah, Rough Trigger. That's a thing. Okay. I'm making a mess, but that's okay. This next game is Blinx 2. I heard that this game came out like a week before Halo 2. So nobody talks about the sequel to Blinx. I have the first game. I tried it and it was okay. It's really puzzly, and it's interesting. It's still a solid game. But I heard Blinx 2, it kind of throws out. It's still really puzzly, but there's a lot of. But Blinx 1 is apparently a pretty difficult game. But this one kind of tosses that out the window, and it's like, here's a little, you know, nice run through of the game that we tried to make. But the interesting thing about this game is that you really don't even play as Blinx. Like, Blinx is on the cover, he's front and center, but you really don't play as him. And there's also like I forget what the names of the pig guys are, but yeah, you can play as Yeah, you can play as, you know, the time sweepers and the pig enemy guys. It's really cool. The manual actually has like a front and back kind of thing going on with it. So here's the front of the manual that you'd probably see when you open up the box for the first time, but then when you flip it over like this, it's like the manual for the pig guys. So yeah, the Tom Tom game. That's what they're called, the Tom Tom game. So yeah, you play as both, and it's really funny. You can create your own time sweeper kitty, and that's kind of what drew me into it. I was like, oh my god, I want to make my own kitty. So yeah, I made my own kitty, and you can also make your own little pig guy. So it's an interesting game just for that. But it's also kind of weird that you really don't play as Blinx like at all. But nobody talks about the Blinx sequel. It's a little different from the first one. So I still recommend both. So if you want to try out Blinx and Blinx 2, go for it. They're solid. Oh my god, okay, so this next one has a little bit of story, personal story behind it. This game I got from a friend. They asked me if I had an original Xbox, like if I had access to one. I was like, yeah, I do. They said that they were going to send me I asked for some game manuals, and they said, yeah, I'll send them to you. And then they said send in like a CD and an Xbox game for free, which was really, really cool, really nice of them. Like a little present. And I was really curious. I was like, what kind of Xbox game are they sending? Because like I already know like a handful of Xbox games. Like they know what kind of games that I would like, and I already know like I kind of have like an idea of like, oh man, it could be this game, it could be this game. Well, it's Sneakers, and when I took this out, I was like, what is this? I've never heard of this game. I've never seen it before. It also has a weird little thing on it that says it's a Toys R Us exclusive. I don't know why, but I've never heard of this game. And I tried it out, and it's like nothing I've ever played before. You are a gang of mice, and you're against a bunch of rats, and you're in a house, and of course you're a mouse, so everything is big. And I really don't know. I don't know why it's called Sneakers. I think it's because you're a mouse with sneakers. But yeah, it's this weird system where you have to like press a button and you look around and you find a rat and you have to click on it and you catch them and they run away. And then there's also like a battle system where you're like in like a where the game mode switches and you're like battling the rats. So yeah, this game is weird. It's not bad by any means, but it got some pretty bad reviews. I don't think that really means anything. So if you look up this game, you want to try it out, go for it. I'm happy to at least let you know, like, hey, this game exists. Go for it. It's also not expensive as I thought it was. I thought it was to be a little rare game, honestly, but no, it's not. It's pretty cheap, at least compared to other games. So. Yeah, Sneakers. Who'd have thunk it? Okay, so this one everyone should know. This one I really don't have a lot to say about, but this is a copy of Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I'm not huge into Grand Theft Auto. I thought I would be like years ago, but then I got like GTA 5, and I barely played it. I still have it, and it's like over there on my shelf, but I should probably get into that. I also have a copy of San Andreas for the PS3, weirdly enough. So yeah, I bought Vice City literally just because my game store had it along with like the manual and the map and everything for very cheap. And I was like, why not, you know? And then I got in the car and I listened to that awesome 80s soundtrack and I was like, yes, okay. So maybe I'll play more of this game, but I feel like Vice City was the one that I had to get just because I've seen a lot of videos of this when I was a kid. So yeah, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Yeah, hopefully I'll play more of this eventually. Here we have another game. I should have mentioned it when I brought up the Jak games. I'm just gonna bring it up briefly now because I didn't really buy this game. This game has actually been in the house, but no one in my house really wanted to play it, really wanted it. So I was like, I'm just gonna take it. That's Jak X Combat Racing. My mom loved the Jak series. I think my dad got this for her, but she really wasn't into it. But I heard that this is a really solid racing game. And this is actually, I would say that this is a better Jak 4 because there's still more story in it. This was after Jak 3. And this is the last Jak game that Naughty Dog worked on before going on to Uncharted. So before some like CEOs or leaders of the company leaving or something like that, I think so. But yeah, I heard this was pretty solid. I also had something interesting. I've never seen, like, you see how there's the greatest hits label on there, but like usually whenever there's a greatest hits game, like the rest of the greatest hits games that I have like the red spine, and there's also like the disc has like the red label on it. But this one doesn't. Like, this greatest hits logo is literally like a label that's placed on top of the cover. I've never seen anything like that, so that's weird. But yeah, I have a copy of Jak X just because I didn't really buy this. This has been in our house for a while, but it's new to me, so I'm glad to at least have a copy of it. Also, the really cool thing is that if you have a save file of Ratchet Deadlocked on your PS2 memory card, it'll unlock Ratchet in this game. So that's really cool. That's something I'm going to try out one day. I'm going to see how that is for me. Okay, so the next few games are licensed games. So, like, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna go through them. I really don't care. I love licensed games. They interest me. They intrigue me. You look at a licensed game cover and you're like, what kind of game would that be? What kind of game is that? Usually it's just a mediocre platformer. So we're gonna go through some licensed games here. The first one I have is Madagascar for the PS2. This game's pretty solid. It won an award of some kind. There's also a Over the Hedge demo included. This was actually one of the manuals that I got with sneakers. So yeah, this game actually I played quite a bit of this game. It's pretty solid. If you like the idea of, you know, this is a pretty good licensed game. For a licensed game, it's pretty good. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah. I think my cat's trying to start the door, so I'm sorry if you hear him. So yeah, there's Madagascar. Got Madagascar. And of course, Madagascar 2. I picked this up just because this game is literally on, like, I think it's on PS3 even. So just Madagascar 2. I grew up with the Madagascar movies. Only 1 and 2 though. When I was a kid. So I haven't played as much of this one. I wanted to finish the first one before I started this, so there's that. So, hold on. I don't want him to be scratching at the door, so hold on, give me a few minutes. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to feed the cat, so I didn't really want him to have my door closed. I really didn't want him to be scratching at the door to drown out my video. Anyway, here's the next game. Oh my god. Okay, this is Over the Hedge. This movie is a huge guilty pleasure for me. I watched this movie when I was a kid. So of course I was like, I need to know what the game is like. This game is really good. So if you want a good licensed game, get this. It's really good. It also has some really good multiplayer. Sadly this one isn't complete, but maybe there's a greatest hits on eBay that was like for $6. I was like, okay. So I might get that one and like replace that and give this one back to the game store. So yeah, Over the Hedge, really solid, really good. Okay, so this next one is Open Season, another movie that I watched when I was a kid that I watched a lot. And then they had like 2 straight to DVD sequels that were really bad. But yeah, this is Open Season, the game. I was like, what kind of game would this be? It was even I don't know if it was made by Ubisoft or if it was just like yes, it's developed by Ubisoft. This game really feels like it's made for 4-year-olds, 4 to 5-year-olds, and it's rated E10+. It really holds your hand. It's stuff like, get the blue flower, you know, and it really feels like the game is treating you like you're a child. I can't believe that's rated E10 and up. So yeah, Open Season. I can't really say I like this game as much, but it's still interesting, and I really like Open Season the movie, so I don't care. So yeah, Open Season. Interesting to say the least. But I'm all for that. This game I also kind of bought on a whim. It's Kung Fu Panda on the PS2. This is actually like compared to the lifespan of the PS2, it's a pretty recent DreamWorks movie to be on the PS2. And this game feels really light. Usually, whenever like you have a manual in a game, like you can kind of feel it whenever you lift it up. But this game's really light. But yeah, there's a manual in there. It's really small and like it's only like 10 pages. So whatever. Yeah. Anyway, Kung Fu Panda. It's like a beat 'em up kind of platformer. Not really a platformer, more like a beat 'em up. And of course, it's fucking Kung Fu Panda. I actually have been itching to play more of this game just because. So yeah, I have not played a lot of it. So, but what I did play was okay. It was, it was decent. All right. So this next game, I grew up with Wallace and Gromit. I had a DVD of the shorts, and then I had a DVD of the full-length movie, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. There's also a Curse of the Were-Rabbit game, but then there's a few more games. There's like a few like point-and-click games, and then there's this game, Wallace and Gromit Project Zoo. I actually heard this game through a Xbox, believe it or not, Xbox magazine disc, and I have it right here. This disc right here, it's an Xbox magazine disc. It has demos on it, there's commercials on it, there's like downloadable content on here, and you can see under playable demos, hopefully you can see that, there's a copy of Wallace and Gromit Project Zoo that's playable on this disc. And I tried it out and I was like, this game is it's pretty solid. So I wanted my own copy of it. And I was gonna buy it on Xbox because it was on the Xbox game disc. I was like, it's probably an Xbox exclusive, but no, it's not. It's on PS2 as well. So I was like, screw it, man. I'm obsessed with the PS2, so I'm like, I'm just gonna get on PS2. So that's what I did. And I played it, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So if you like Wallace and Gromit and you want something different to play, go for it. This game is pretty solid. I like it. So I got one more game here. One more game that I save for last, and once you see it, you'll be like, okay, why? That's right. I got my own copy of Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. I never played this game. I played this game like in a Toys R Us kiosk back when it first came out, and I hated it. I played it for like 2 seconds, and I was like, no. I felt how Sonic controlled. I was like, no, because I heard how bad it was. But I remember when Sonic Boom was first like being teased, and there's this really funny image of like regular Knuckles compared to the weird teaser silhouette image that they put out before even announcing Sonic Boom, of Knuckles being all big and muscular, and this is what the fuck, Sega. Anyway, this game I played like 20 minutes of, and I didn't hate it. So I actually know somebody on Twitter that like loves this game, that will just cherish it and just be like, this game is so good. Anyway, I haven't really played enough of it to get like a full opinion of it, but I'm a huge Sonic fan, and even though I really don't play a lot of the Sonic games, I needed to have this. I'm really not interested in the 3DS games because I heard that they're like not even worth your time. They're just like so mediocre. But yeah, Rise of Lyric. This game I needed to get at least eventually, and I need more Wii U games. I have like barely any Wii U games. So yeah, Rise of Lyric. I decided, I was like, I'm gonna buy it, and I found a pretty good deal on eBay. I thought it was gonna be like, I didn't want to pay like more than like $30 for it, but I got it for half that, so that's pretty good. So yeah, Rise of Lyric, finally. Also, there's like advertisements in the back for the toys, and of course I have some of the toys. There's also advertisements for the comic book series and some old Archie issues. That makes me sad, man, because Archie is canceled. And I actually have the entirety of the Sonic comics for Sonic Boom, and they're pretty good. So if you want something funny to read, look, that's like one of the only good things for the Sonic Boom series franchise, besides the TV show, is the comics. Like the really, really short-lived comics. It was only like 11 issues. And then Archie did that weird, like, Mega Man and Capcom and Sega crossover event that took up, like, 3 of the Sonic Boom issues. So, yeah, there's like 7 good issues of Sonic Boom content. It's like more episodes. Anyway, I'm rambling for Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom Wears a Lyric. So, yeah, I hope I introduced you to some interesting games. Maybe you like to pick some of these up yourself. You be the judge. And I hope you enjoyed seeing my face and having this weird format of video. I've wanted to do a video like this for a while, and I know it's been like 40 minutes, but who cares? All my videos are like 30 minutes or longer anyway, so yeah. I hope you have a good day, and thanks for watching. See ya.